Hello, good people of YouTube. A very happy Mountbatten here, as Wargaming has announced via their dev blog on Facebook that German battleships are finally getting a much-needed buff to the accuracy of their main battery guns. So straight off of the Warships development blog Facebook page, this is all coming in 8.11. So, German battleships' ellipse of main caliber gun shells dispersion is adjusted to the settings of the American and British battleships. This change will increase the accuracy of all German battleships and make the playing experience more comfortable. Change to upgrade. Hydroacoustic Search Modification 1 can be mounted on any ship starting from Tier 6, equipped with the Hydroacoustic Search consumable. So, on top of having the ellipse brought up to the American and British standards, this means that you can also equip the hydroacoustic module and have a very, very, very long hydroacoustic search, if you so wish to. So, what does this mean? This means that German battleships will have much, much, much better dispersion, as their ellipse will be more along the American lines. If you ever played an American battleship, you know that their dispersion is very, very, very good. Now, it's not going to be exactly American dispersion because it doesn't get the American dispersion values. It's just changing the ellipse, the kind of how the shells just kind of fall onto the target, if you will. I'm sure there is a much more in-depth explanation of that somewhere on the wiki, which I will link to in the description down below. They can explain it much better than I can. I understand what it is, I just can't explain it all that well. So, good job, Wargaming. Go get yourself a cookie for that. Thank God this is happening. This is exactly what I needed. What I said needed to happen with the German battleships. I said that their guns need an accuracy boost, and this is certainly that. So for those of you that don't know, German battleships do not have currently any modicum of accuracy to their main battery guns. They are very, very bad. Surprisingly so, even at close ranges, you can still easily miss shots. I miss broadside ships all the time in the gross occur first up at tier 10. So you can imagine how it is with the other German battleships, because unlike the gross occur first, pretty much all the German battleships have dual turrets. They don't have triple turrets. Only the Große Kurfürst and the Scharnhorst, a premium, have triple turrets. Everyone else has dual turrets. And I mean, that's a design choice that's historically accurate, but my God, were the guns extremely inaccurate, starting from, well, the Gneisenau and going on up. So this is just, oh my God, I am so happy that they are doing this. It's just a joy that now I can play these ships. I mean, I play them anyway, but just they are now going to be so much better. And it's kind of a bittersweet thing too, because this is kind of Wargaming pretty much confirming that they've given up on the whole pushing closer meta, which when I started playing about 2-3 years ago, the whole thing was they were trying to get everyone to push in and get into these really close range fights in the game, and they continued with that mantra for some time, but I haven't really been hearing much of that anymore, as they just keep introducing more and more HE spammy ships and more long range ships as well. And it seems that they've kind of given up on that, and they're just accepting the long range sniper / HE spam meta. But it's just, oh Lord, this is really what the Germans needed. And if you can't tell, the German battleships, they are my favorite line in the game. I do think they are the funnest line to play, and they're what even people that don't like my channel yet keep watching will admit that I'm at least good in Großer Kurfürst first, but trashed everything else. That's a real comment somewhere on a video. But oh man, I'm excited for this. But it doesn't come out till 8.11. So we will have to wait a little time for that. But whew, wow. I'm surprised they did it. I really am, because it's people have been saying, and not just me, but other people around the interwebs have been saying that the Germans needed this buff for, I would wager, at least 10 months, 11 months. I wouldn't say exactly a year, Because if you think back to our year, the worst HE spamming ship we had about a year ago was, I think, the Wooster, if that. Yeah, no, yeah, it was the Wooster. Wooster was probably the worst offender back then, and now I'm not even that worried about a Wooster anymore. We have, Smolensk, Friesland, and just a plethora of other ships that are good at just rainbows and rainbows of HE, and now GK and the other German battleships will be much more well suited to deal with them. And I gotta say, just again, it's just so, I guess, stress relieving, or just what is the word I'm looking for? Joyful, jubilant, whatever. It's some type of similar word to happy, just to see that they're listening to us, because I know it's not just me, and I do say it a lot because I do play the Germans most of the time, so I get to deal with the frustration of missing shots that I really should have hit all the time. It's just, Wargaming's still listening on some things, at least. The Smolensk, who knows what they're going to do with that, but again, this is going to make playing German battleships much more much more enjoyable, and it's going to make suffering under HE spam much more tolerable, because with more accurate guns, you're more likely to be able to do something about said HE spammer and be able to get on with enjoying the rest of the match. Now, how's this going to affect... Well, I can imagine GK is going to be far more accurate now with her 12 guns. And the Tirpitz and the Bismarck and the FDG, they are going to... Oh, and the Gneisenau. Holy crap, maybe Gneisenau will actually be decent at mid-range now. I didn't even think about that. Because the Gneisenau has the same guns as Bismarck, except she gets one less turret worth of them. And her dispersion is utter garbage. Outside of 8 kilometers, her dispersions is utter garbage. So maybe you actually be able to hit things around 10, 11, and 12 kilometers now. That's going to be good. That's... Wow. Huh. It's... Wow. I'm going to find myself playing a lot more of the lower tier... lower tier, tier 7. Germans more. Oh, and Scharnhorst too. Scharnhorst is going to be far more accurate, even though Scharnhorst is fairly accurate already with her 9 guns. Man, that's going to be great. Oh, Prince Idol Friedrich. She's going to be a bit better too. Although probably not enough to really start playing her mainstream again. It's not a huge change. It's a fairly decent size change, but it's not like they're also cranking down the dispersion and cranking up the Sigma or anything. It's just enough to make the Germans much more viable in the current meta, and to really kind of bring them back into the meta. Again, you're not going to be able to snipe with these suckers, but they're going to be much more potent again. And yeah, that I'm very happy, and I'm surprised they didn't change anything else. Because normally it's a give-take situation with Wargaming, but no, they just outright buffing them, which also shows you how much they either realized or are admitting that they needed this buff that bad, to where they aren't even taking anything else away from them. Because normally you'll see they either increase this or decrease this, like with the Conqueror. They raised her Citadel, but they also gave her an even better heal and gave her a faster cooldown time on her heal. So it's always a give-take thing with Wargaming, and again, I'm just flattered that they didn't take something else away from them, like maybe their HE pins on their secondary just really would have sucked. But again, well, I guess if they did that, they really should have given the Germans American dispersion then too, if they were going to do that. But yes, happy days ahead for the Germans. I cannot wait for 8.11 to get here, so I can get my gritty little hands on these wonderful German ships, now that they will be mighty once again. Although I really don't think they weren't mighty. It's just that now they can be fully mighty within the current meta of the game. And again, thank you, Wargaming, for listening, and thank you so much for giving the Germans some much needed love. And if I could hug you, Wargaming, I could. I mean, I can hug my PC, but that's not you. But anyway, what am I saying? I am so tired right now at the point of me recording this and seeing this message. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We are on our way to 6,000 subscribers. And let me know what you think about the buffed Germans in the comments down below. I, for one, am a happy, happy, happy captain. And the future's looking good again. Alright, guys. Have a wonderful Thursday. And hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.